continues to lead the NHL in shorthanded goals, his 5th. And folks, we have tonight's odds for the next anytime goal scorer. A reminder that DraftKings is the #1 sports book for live betting. Use code SKATE when you sign up. And I would say if there were 2 guys to bet on, Tage Thompson and Evgeni Malkin might be pretty good candidates.
I take that bet. That's a good one. Malkin's due, and he does typically, and throughout the league, he elevates his game when 87 is not in the lineup. So we're waiting for him to put this team on his back and carry them through this crazy March schedule they have.
There he is, crashing the net. He goes right at it with Dahlin. Penalty call. Dahlin not dropping the gloves. Malkin wanted to go. Dahlin said no. And the penalty will be enforced as Malkin went right at Rasmus Dahlin after the two came together in Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's crease edge.
Here's how it starts. It's off to the right side of your screen. You see Dahlin and Malkin. Malkin is big, he's strong, he's a bully, he can get right in there, but Dahlin is not backing down, and that's the original penalty. You saw the high stick across the face. Malkin tries to drop his glove, but Dahlin is tending to right there, comes right across his face, and you could see the officials looking to see if there was any blood. They're gathered right now in front of the scorer's table to determine whether this is going to be a 2 or a 4 for the high sticking, and whether there's going to be anything else because of the dropped gloves. Here we go.
There's a major penalty on the play. The play will be under review.
So they are calling a major penalty so they can review things. Dave Jackson, of course, longtime NHL referee, joins us here as our officiating expert. And Jax, that looked almost suspendable for Malkin. That was a dangerous swing of the stick right up to the head of Dahlin.
Well, Bob, I couldn't agree with you more. There is no major penalty for high sticking. It's a 2, a 4, or a match penalty. So if it's not accidental drawing an injury, if it's deemed intentional, it's a match penalty. So they're looking right now as to whether this is a match penalty. I think this call sticks. That's not a hockey play. That's a deliberate shot with the stick. I think it deserves 5 minutes as a match penalty. I think you're going to see him leaving.
Yeah, to me, Jax, I couldn't agree more. If it has to do with whether it's deliberate or not, he had 2 hands on his stick, looks him in the eye, and whacks him. Surprised it's even taking this long if that's the determination.
It didn't take too long, as now the headset has been removed, and here's the call.
Penalties on the play. Buffalo, number 26, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Pittsburgh, 71, 2 minutes for cross-checking. 5 minutes in a game misconduct for slashing.
So, Jax, you're right. That is the match penalty, as you said. They have no option there for high sticking, correct? If they call that a major penalty on Malkin, they have to give him the game misconduct?
Yes, Bob. There's no leeway as far as keeping him in the game, but they did not call high stick. So high stick, there is no major. It's a match. They called slashing. So it's semantics here. He's still out of the game, but they gave him a 5-minute major for slashing and a game misconduct.
It's the right call, slashing, though. I mean, the stick's high. It's a high slash, so you're right, semantics. But either way, the fact that there is no match for a high stick, I guess these refs know what they're doing.
A swing of the stick like that to a player's head as well. You worry, without Sidney Crosby for a month, they might be without Evgeni Malkin for a couple of games as well. That looked like the type of play that might go to the league office, to the player safety board, and that might result in a suspension.
Well, we were just talking about how Malkin was due for a goal, and he's been a little bit sluggish coming out of the break, and it typically, as we've mentioned a couple times, he's big, and he comes up with big games when Crosby is out of lineup, so that could have been a little bit of a frustration penalty, but with his tenure, who he is, how long he's been in this league, it's surprising to see him lose his temper like that in the offensive zone, no less.